It's time for the NFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Green Bay. It's the Eagles and the Packers, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
This is what I'm talking about. The winner here, of course, a trip to Las Vegas for Super Bowl 58. Not a bad prize as we are underway in the NFC Championship game. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown. So a very good start, but don't go get those Super Bowl T-shirts left. Still the early going here.
I wonder if they've been printing them at this stage of the game, right? Do you wait a little longer before you say which one you're going to do? Good advice, Brandon. Make sure you know there's a lot of game left, but a good start.
Nick Folk for the point after. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
That good for 22 and a first down.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
Oh, his first throw of this playoff matchup is intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now 14-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This taken in at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Brought down that time by Nolan Smith.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 14 yards. And the Packers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Fulton. And it's now 21-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. And plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Hurts. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. This is fielded at the 27. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over first and 10. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 32 yards. And the Packers are able to add on to that lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their own 22. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards. A 41-yard gain. First down, Eagles. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Swift. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's Hurts to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Ready.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Swift. We'll get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Marcus Mariota scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now the Packers get set to go. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantages and all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Down the sideline he goes. He may go. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this 1st half. Folk connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this 1st half. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. taken at about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before... Great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
3rd and long here for Mariota. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Here's Andy Lee now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the rout is on here in this first half. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 21, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Ready?
Mariota now. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Ready?
Mariota. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
Now Andy Lee will come on to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. And there he goes again. Touchdown, Packers. He returns the punt 61 yards. And the Packers have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. They go play action. Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. Flush to his right. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot. And they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
That one goes for 24 yards.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll send Watson in motion right. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there as the 1st half is winding down. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Folk connects on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this 1st half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the 2nd half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they have work to do in this 2nd half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coach is at.
Hurts fumbles it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your side.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's taken on the 25. Fighting his way through contact. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Second and 4. He finds Watson. It's caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. A nice throw there. And this is a quarterback, you remember, looking to do what no other rookie has done, and that's lead his team into the Super Bowl.
And now you've made me go back down memory lane a little bit because we have had a few guys come close. Think about Patrick Mahomes in 2018. 2nd year in the league, but his 1st as a full-time starter. I go back to 2000 with the Vikings and Dante Culpepper. Also his 1st year as a starter.
And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Packers are pouring it on. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This taken in right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And out now come the Eagles. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future? Hurts fumbles it, and the Packers pick it up, and they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Touchdown, Packers! DeAndre Carter, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
They go play action with Hurts.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall. As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 20, 5, and he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Packers are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Second down and a yard.
Looking to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And he is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a contra, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Hurts. Throw out wide is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd and 10. Hurts.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick 6.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And taken at the 46. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages. Now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Here's a toss coming right. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Second down. Here's Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down, Philadelphia.
On first down, Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. They'll drop to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long. And they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The Green Bay Packers, they are again NFC champions as we sign off and say goodnight.